up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on another marvelous Monday, and it's marvelous because you're up with us. My name is Mark Daniels, and I am your host this morning. Thanks again for kicking off your week with us. Hope you had yourself a wonderful weekend, whether it was a productive weekend, a restful weekend, a giving weekend, a sharing weekend, whatever it was, you are here. It's Monday, and we're at the start of a brand new week, and you're kicking it off in the best way with us here at Bahamas at Sunrise. I enjoyed my time this weekend. Spent some time with the family, spent some time outside in the garden. It is perfect gardening weather. As you notice, it's gotten a little cooler. We have those winds coming out of the north. It's a time now to get in your garden and get ready for the Christmas season, get ready for the winter season, clear out all those old weeds, clear up those old plants, trim back all that growth that's happened over the rainy season, get all your poinsettias together, your red flowers, your blue flowers, your purple flowers, pretty up your yard, get your lights, get ready for fellowship, dinners, fun, family, all the things that happen in this winter season that's coming. And we're just grateful to be here in the Bahamas where our winters are very enjoyable. You get on Sunday, there was a marathon, the City of Hope Marathon happened. Very successful event put on by the Road Runners Running Club, and it was a fundraiser for cancer survivors. And we went out there, we participated, we enjoyed seeing everybody out there, the camaraderie. Shout out to everybody who organized that event and who participated. And it's Monday, everybody. We got a great show for y'all. But before we get it rolling, we got to invite you to the 10th Long Island Business Outlook happening Thursday, November 21st, under the theme Future Long Island, Branding the National Identity, Planning for Success. Register at tclevents.com to know about everything happening in Long Island. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Once again, we have an exciting show for you today. We're continuing our conversation with the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture, talking with them about their Hall of Fame inductees for 2024. We'll also be talking to Zonta about their 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. The Department of Labor is here, and they're going to tell us all about their upcoming job fair. We also have Sabrina Glinton Izinga, and she is here to tell us all about her jewelry connection. And we're going to hear about the Healthy Bahamas Coalition's educational campaign. All of that and more, but let's hear about what's happening with the weather this week from Brother Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Mark, and good morning, Bahamas. Your first look at weather at sunrise. High pressure north of the island to dominate the future at this time. That's going to shift to the east and make way for a cold front to move in here sometime late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That'll bring us some cloudiness, some showers, and isolated thunderstorms, particularly the Grand Baham, Abaco area into New Providence area as it moves towards the southeast in the central Bahamas by Friday, and also some cooler temperatures for the weekend. Today, though, some early morning cloudiness will give way to partly sunny skies, a bit breezy and warm conditions. High to 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, we'll have a few patchy clouds around. It's on the cool 87 and 80. In Jamaica, 86 and 78. In Trinidad, 91 and 76. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 85 and 74. Across North America, Atlanta, 73 and 52. In Boston, 55 and 47. In Miami, 79 and 71. In Dallas, Texas, 76 and 58. And Toronto, Canada, 49 and 42. As we go the week, through Wednesday, we're looking at partly sunny skies, but by Wednesday night, increasing cloudiness, showers, and thunderstorms over Grand Bahama, Abaco, moving into Providence by Thursday morning into the early afternoon hours. They'll move into Central Bahamas by Friday. That cold front will lag in the Central Bahamas throughout the weekend, but for Northwest Bahamas, we're going to have some clearing skies, but some cooler temperatures with those northerly winds. Temperature daytime ahead at front will be in the mid-upper daytime, at nighttime in the lower 70s. After front passes, upper 70s, low 80s at daytime, and the mid-60s at nighttime. That puts her up in your first look at weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. The National Sports Hall of Fame is the highest award that the Bahamas government gives to individuals for accomplishments in sports. Here to talk with us all about this are Dramico Archer. He is representing Stephen Hanna, an athletics inductee. And we also have Brandon Swaby representing Randolph Swaby, and he is a basketball inductee. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mark. How are
Good to
you?
have you all here. Good to have you all here. Talking about sports, talking about the Hall of Fame. That's a heavy title, man. That's wonderful. What does it mean, first of all, why are these two athletes deserving of being inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Good morning. My dad, Randolph Swaby, his life was basketball. We say that he eat, sleep, drink, live, and love basketball.
Yeah.
He was one of, I would say, the only person whose basketball club, because it was a club, he just didn't have team, encompassed mini, super mini, junior, Division I, Division II, and ladies basketball. It was something that was implemented by Vince Ferguson, but he was the only club that actually had all of those basketball teams as a part of the club.
And growing up in the Swaby house, I guess it was all basketball. I guess you probably played a little basketball yourself?
Well, you know, there were 7 brothers, so they always said that he had his own basketball team.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Such a great legacy to uphold and live on and to be celebrated. What about Brother Hanna, Stephen Hanna?
You know, the great thing about this award is that it celebrates even some of the unsung heroes. I think that the country's so accustomed to celebrating the superstars, and we forget about those who paved the way. Stephen Hanna certainly was one of those people. I think that he was one of the most preeminent jumpers in his day, and he really set the tone for where we are today. Followed by him was Frank Rutherford, and so for me, Stephen Hanna, who was once my coach, I thought that he was a selfless man, very stately and dignified, and always held the country up high. He was never the Olympian, but I think in my mind he was the greatest of them all because of the sacrifice that he's made to the sport. And in those days, coaching was for free. And I think I can attribute a lot of my success, not necessarily in track and field as an athlete, but as a Bahamian. The sense of pride and patriotism that he taught us, I think, is something that I'll always remember. And Stephen Hanna is, in my estimation, one of the greatest.
That's good. And, you know, just you here talking about him, I can feel the impact that he's had. How does it feel representing him at the Hall of Fame?
I think it's a special honor. I have a personal relationship with Stephen Hanna. As a coach, he's taught me so many things. And I account for my being in university as a result of him. There are many people who simply couldn't afford to go off to university. And he created opportunities for young Bahamians to exploit all of their endowments to be able to more than just be a part of a sport, but to also be educated. And I think that that's special for me now as B3A's president. To see him being honored is a special treat for me.
That does sound definitely like an honor. Once again, the Swaby name seems synonymous with basketball. If you see a Swaby, they got a ball in their hand. How does it feel to be representing your father at this Hall of Fame?
It's a very great honor to be representing my dad, because growing up in a house where he spent so much of his life involved in basketball, and the contribution he made to the nation in the sense that there were so many that went through his hands, so many that he sent off to college to get a better education. And to see so many of them today being successful because of basketball, and to attribute it to my dad, it's a supremely great honor.
And who else in the family is playing basketball right now? Because like you say, he had a whole basketball team, and then they probably had 3 teams with all the children. So who else is carrying on the Swaby name in terms of basketball?
Well, a lot of us were involved in the game, but with time, most of us have dropped it off. But my eldest brother, Anthony, he's still very much involved in basketball because, you know, he ended up being national team coach and having a ladies team. And he's actually the winningest basketball coach in ladies basketball in the Bahamas today. So he was the one that kind of bumped my dad off, with his efforts of basketball. Myself, I still referee night league basketball.
Yeah. Still involved. The Swaby name is still around. How do you think your father would feel accepting this award?
Oh, he'd be grinning from ear to ear. He'd be very proud because, of him knowing what he put into the game of basketball himself.
Right. And when persons are building a legacy and people look back and we celebrate them, they don't know that's what they're doing. They're doing it because it's the love of the game. It's something that's driving them forward. They don't honestly know why. It can just be like a part of them. How was he when it came to basketball?
This man was so dedicated to the game of basketball. With the Division I, you can always find a sponsor. Mm-hmm. But when it came to the junior teams and his ladies team, he actually sponsored those teams himself.
Wow.
To make sure that those kids could play basketball.
The ultimate sacrifice, time, talent, and money, right?
Yes.
And once again, what do you think this honor means to Stephen Hannah?
So I think it means, let's put it into context. I think that track and field is the kind of sport where people always expect for you to be the greatest, right? And I think that this humanizes the individuals who really sacrifice more than anything else. I think that when you look at our sport, we are a volunteerism sport, and I think that in many instances that's been lost. So he's a memory of what track and field represented in the heydays. And Brendan, he's being modest. He, in fact, was my first coach. He was the coach at our ladies, and so your father taught you something, eh? But he's abandoned track and field. But going back to it, right? What we don't tell is the story about people who make such sacrifices to the sport, and all sport for that matter. So the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Culture has done an amazing job of recognizing the heroes of our sport. And it goes back 20 years from your retirement. But certainly, I think that this is the kind of thing that we teach our kids about who these people were and what impact that they have had on sport in the country. And so I think that this is something that we need to continue educating people and letting people know who the heroes are and what the legacy of our sport really represents to us as Bahamians.
And we're so glad to have you on the show this morning discussing the legacy of Stephen Hannah and the legacy of Randolph Swaby. And once again, the legacy lives on through your family, everybody that he's coached and he's influenced throughout the years. We talk about Stephen Hannah and his influence on the sport, his influence on you. And so we thank you both for being here, and we look forward to celebrating with you when they receive these awards, when you receive these awards on their behalf.
So just so that you know the general information, there are 15 people that are being inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. They're also going to be recognizing the 1981 softball team that won, the women's softball team that won a bronze medal in Santa Clara. And we're going to have a great time. It's going to be at Bahamas on the 23rd of this month. That's this coming Saturday.
Well, we're ready. We're ready to celebrate all of our inductees left, right, and center. And we thank you again, gentlemen, for being here this morning. And may their legacy continue to live on.
Yes.
Thanks again for being here this morning.
Thank you,
Mark.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money. Local international banks that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
Hey family, step into sophistication at Dash Designer Boutique, number 13 Parliament Street. There you find a wide array of colorful, elegant fashion for ladies. Shop brand name clothing and shoes such as McDougall, Bashley Mishka, Sam Elderman, Jeffrey Campbell, and Jessica Simpson. We've got you covered for the office, date night, red carpet events, and more. Also check out our stunning accessories. That's Dash Designer Boutique, number 13 Parliament Street. Open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Man, I thought retirement would have slowed you down.
It's the island life, son. Living in paradise.
Must be nice. Can't wait until it's my turn, if that day ever comes.
My financial planner has provided me with solutions for my future. Pension, retirement, and even property management.
So who helped you with all this?
Let's go, son. 2 more miles.
What's Leno?
The Zonta Club of Nassau wants you to participate in 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. This is an annual international campaign that kicks off on November 25th, the International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women, and runs until December 10th, Human Rights Day. Here to talk with us about this are Michelle Forbes. She is the president of the Zonta Club, and Ronisha Smith. She is from the Advocacy Committee. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thank you.
I got it.
Yes.
Thank you both for being here in your bright orange, brightening up our set, right? What is the significance of International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women?
Well, we bring awareness about gender-based violence and the importance of having healthy relationships. The theme for Zonta Club of Nassau this year is look, let's overcome obstacles through knowledge. So you want to inform the public of what violence is, what healthy relationships look like, and how we can overcome together and eliminate violence against women and children.
And that's a big part of it, the awareness side of it. People may not understand what exactly are the different forms of violence that women experience, and just some people may think it's the norm when actually it is not. So how does this campaign address the needs of women?
So this campaign addresses the needs because we need to be out there and just advising the public. So the public does not know probably what Zonta is or other NGOs and the work that they do. So we partner with the Bahamas Crisis Center. We partner with the Organization for Responsible Governance in just bringing awareness to what is abuse. It can take any form, rich, poor, black and white. And that is what the 16 days of activism is geared towards.
So what do we have planned? What's happening over the 16 days?
So I have here our theme and our schedule of events. Firstly, we kicked it off with a post and TikTok competition.
All right.
And the TikTok competition is for kids in elementary school up to college. And the poster competition is for children primary school up to college. So please go on our Facebook page, Zonta Club of Nassau, and all of the entry requirements will be there. The deadline is December 6th, so you do not want to miss it. Additionally, we have a host of radio spots with Guardian Radio. That's November 2nd. The Best of the Best. So the Best of the Best is partnering with us again. And we will have our orange ribbons tied around that whole area, the Montague Foreshore area. Yes. And we will have persons on the ground just to educate what the ribbons are for. You know, we are trying to end any gender-based violence, whether it's against women, boys, and girls. So this is the purpose of that. Additionally, we have a radio talk show on the 25th with Guardian Radio, that's Chivago Line, November 22nd. Stay tuned at 9 a.m. with Dwight Strawn, and also our webinar. So our webinar is back again. It's December 5th, and that's at 6 p.m., and that is online. So again, go to Zonta Club of Nassau Facebook or Instagram, and you can get details there. We all tie it off with a celebration of survivors, and that is a closed event, but we are celebrating our survivors. Persons who choose to come forward and say, this is what happened to me, this is what I went through, however, this does not define me. Also, December 6th is a very important day. That is the deadline of our poster and TikTok competition. So please, please, parents, schools, get those competition posters in, those TikToks in, so we can have and judge those. And there are fabulous prizes.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Tell me about some of these prizes, man. You know, we like tanks.
So there are printers, computers, tablets, phones. Yeah, I can't spill all the beans here. Can't spill it. But yes, we are looking forward to that.
And definitely a stacked schedule there, and seems like lots of great events, opportunities for you to spread and awareness about this important campaign. How important is advocacy for women and girls to Zonta and their global Zonta Says No initiative?
Well, it's critical. As you can see, what's been happening recently is the level of violence. For instance, the gentleman who approached his girlfriend at work and attacked her. You see the violence happening in school. We want persons to realize that we need to communicate more. We need to have better conflict resolution skills. So the key is to try to unify everyone, to find that there are better ways to handle situations. You don't need to be violent. You need to step back. If you need to look at getting mental health counseling, that's a critical area right there. A lot of persons are going through and not expressing themselves. So that's why we want to overcome the obstacles through knowledge. So through advising everyone on having better options, handling things in a better way, you want to try to end the violence.
Tell our viewers a little bit about Zonta and how they can use the help of the public who wants to get involved in this campaign. How can they help?
Okay, we were established in 1982 by Charter President Judy Monroe, and we seek to build a better world for women and girls. That's through education, advocacy, and service. So we always are here looking for support. We thank all of our sponsors thus far. We have from SuperValue, we have Custom Computers, who donate such beautiful prizes. We also have ATC, Advisors and Consultants. We also have persons from the public who see the importance of the vision to sow into it. And we thank our partners like Best of the Best, and also Fidelity, who's partnered with us, and of course the counselors for their continued support. But we cannot do it alone. We emphasize that to have these things occur, we need not just physical support by volunteers, but also resources. That's the way we can support and spread the message and give the literature that persons need to know how to have healthy relationships and how to say no to violence.
And it takes a community to come together to rally around such an important topic. And we thank Zonta for all the work it's done over the years, the work that it'll continue to do. And for the next 16 days, all the action is going to be going on. So we're looking forward to the competition, all the TikTok videos coming out, the webinar. We can look for all the orange and Best of the Best, as we walk around and enjoy ourselves over the weekend. And we thank you, ladies, for being here this morning, spreading this important message. And thanks again to Zonta Club and all the work that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching Mamas at Sunrise. Y'all stop the violence against women. Against everybody, women especially. We'll be right back.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
The 2024 Long Island Business Outlook.
As someone who was born and raised here, I am very, very excited for the new growth opportunities that are coming to the island, and hopefully many of us who haven't been able to thus far can return home.
Find out about groundbreaking and current projects and how you will benefit. Connect with business leaders and influencers and move your business forward. Register now, tclevents.com. Secure your spot today.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
African Things is your one-stop shop for everything African. Make a bold fashion statement with vibrant colors and intricate patterns inspired by the beauty of Africa. Find trendy contemporary looks for every occasion and enjoy custom tailoring. Shop jewelry, purses, art, cosmetics, and much more. African Things is located in the Dugard Plaza, Palmdale, next to McDonald's. Open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come get your African Things. Welcome back, everybody. The Department of Labor Public Employment Services Unit, or the PES unit, will be partnering with the Bain and Grantstown community to host a job fair. With me to tell us more are Simone Thurston. She's the manager with Public Employment Services with the Department of Labor. And we have Hugh Raman. He's an officer with the Public Employment Services, Department of Labor. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Great to have you here. Always wonderful to hear job fairs happening. That means that people who want work could find work. Ain't no excuse. So, firstly, what inspired the Department of Labor PES unit to partner with the Bain and Grantstown community for this event?
Well, the Bain and Grantstown community has been asking for us to partner with them for some time now, and we finally made it happen.
Right.
So on Saturday, November 23rd, at the St. Joseph Church Hall on Boyd Road, we're going to be there from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. conducting a job fair exercise.
So what have been some of the comments coming from the community, and how does this job fair seek to address that?
Well, there's some unemployment issue, and the persons in the community are excited about this job fair. We're going to have some 30 companies participating in this job fair. And so persons who are unemployed, need employment, looking for employment, or want to a change in job, career type, that's the place to be, Saturday, November 23rd.
Yeah, you should always be informed of what's out there, planning your next step, looking at your career ladder. You might be in one place now, but that doesn't mean you have to be working in that same role 1 year, 3 years, 5 years from now. So always looking to better yourself and challenge yourself. What are some of the companies or industries that will be represented at this job fair?
Well, we have a few new players, if I may call it that. Namely, the Recovery Center. We have AG Electric, Courtyard Marriott being added to the mix. One or two other new and exciting companies that I'm sure persons would be more than thrilled to latch on to. Right.
So if somebody's coming to this job fair, what's the best way for them to take advantage of the opportunities that are there? Should I be walking in with my resume in hand, with my ID? What is it I should come there prepared with?
Well, it's always good to be prepared. Come with your resume, bring your any certificate you may have to support the position you're seeking, and have your passport or NIB card, all of those necessary documents.
Right.
However, what is unique about this job fair, we are going to have a company on board who's going to assist us with persons who show up without their resume.
Right.
And we're going to have a company on board to assist them with preparing a resume.
That's wonderful.
We also going to have a clothing closet on site on Saturday.
So you can look good and you can walk into your interview, you can walk into your meetings feeling confident, having everything you needed printed out in front of you. I know when I did my first resume, I was on Microsoft Word trying to fill in the little template, and I had like 3 lines, and when they asked my hobbies, I put playing soccer and running around and that. So you have someone that's going to be there that's going to help to properly structure your CV and walk you through. As an employer, as a business owner, as a manager, What is it that you find they're looking for in a new employee? And what do you think these companies are looking for at this job fair?
Well, if I may add to what Mr. Sturson just said, not to get away from the question directly, but this job fair will be done with a twist. We're looking to add a twist to it. Some of the things that Mr. Sturson would have mentioned, the resume, we'll have a company on hand to oversee the resumes, make sure that they are up to par. Because a lot of times, and we know we're not going to get away from that. Bahamians, they show up, they want the job, well, they say they want the job, but they come unprepared. So we thought we would implement some of these areas that have been lacking in the past, that being, again, a company that would oversee the resume, so when persons show up to the employer, they have that on hand, at least something that represents something that the employer can be, proud of or, compliment. The other thing, the clothing, the clothes closet, again, persons show up unprepared. They come in their flip-flops, the cut-up jeans, so forth and so on. And I think some persons, for lack of knowing, but for the most part, I think persons just show up, just to say that I'm there. But we thought we would implement these things so that, when persons, again, they show up to the in front of the employer, they look the part, they pretty much have everything intact, everything in place. The stigma has been there for a long time, where the Department of Labor, what we're trying to do, what we've been trying to do, what we're still doing, and we're still trying to bridge that gap between the employer and potential employee. So with that being said, we're tapping into two groups actually this time around. That being the everyday, if I may put it that way, the everyday man, the man who needs and wants a job, and then we have the career-minded person, who, they have their career intact and they're just trying to take it to the next level. So these are the two groups that we will be tapping into this time around at the job fair. So we invite, so it's open to everyone.
Yeah. All from near and far, short and tall, big and small. Once you're ready to jumpstart your career, get a job, have an opportunity, this is the place to be. Remind us of the date, the time, and the location.
Saturday, November 23rd, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. It's going to be at St. Joseph Church Hall on Boyd Road.
Fantastic.
Come and be prepared, be ready to land yourself some employment opportunity. The opportunities will be available to you.
Fantastic. Y'all don't tell Bahamas at Sunrise. I come in looking for a side gig, all right? I'll see y'all at the job fair on the 23rd. Thanks so much to the Department of Labor for being here and all the work that you do.
You're welcome. Right. Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much. Y'all go find yourself one little job, man. 2, 3 jobs, whatever. We'll be right back.
The 2024 Long Island Business Outlook.
As someone who was born and raised here, I am very, very excited for the new growth opportunities that are coming to the island, and hopefully many of us who haven't been able to thus far can return home.
Find out about groundbreaking and current projects and how you will benefit. Connect with business leaders and influencers and move your business forward. Register now, tclevents.com. Secure your spot today.
Hi, Kevin. How can I help you?
Is it true this institution isn't doing too well? Should I move my money since I have a business and personal savings account?
Don't worry about the gossip. Banks are regulated, so the chances of this institution failing is slim, and your deposit accounts are protected. We are members of the Deposit Insurance Corporation, so your deposits are protected up to a maximum of $50,000.
What if I have more? My business account has a little over $100,000 in it. Will I get my remaining funds if the bank fails?
Yes, through the process of liquidation, which is when the bank's assets are sold over time to repay its creditors, like yourself.
Well, I learned something new today.
My advice is to diversify your financial portfolio across different account types, different member banks, and credit unions. Help us to protect you by protecting yourself.
To learn more, visit our website, dic.bs, for more information.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Update early on another marvelous Monday, and it's marvelous because you're with us, and it's the Mid Show, and you stuck with us. My name is Mark Daniels, and we are so honored to have you here. I hope you enjoyed the first half of the show, discussing a number of awesome initiatives happening in the country. We heard about the Hall of Fame inductees with the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture. Talked a little bit with Zonta Club about violence against women and their 16 days of activism. And then we had a good conversation with the Department of Labor talking about job fairs coming up on November 23rd. Hope you are having a good Monday. Just want to take this moment just to recognize my sister, Janina Noel Daniels Harris. Man, we miss you, Nina. It's been 5 years since you have passed away. My sister, she passed away from breast cancer on November 17th, 2019. And things haven't been the same since. I don't think it ever really feels the same after you lose someone that's close to you. The pain just goes to a dull ache rather than a sharp stab. So I know that everyone out there has been affected by whether it's cancer, some sort of loss, some sort of grief. So just be gracious with one another, everybody. You never know what people are carrying. Give thanks for life. Where there's life, there is hope. And if my sister was sitting there next to me, she'd want to remind everybody, all women out there, to make sure go get yourself screened for breast cancer. Early detection is the best key. Nina, we miss you. We love you. And your legacy lives on. We've got more coming up in our second half. The Healthy Bahamas Coalition is here to talk about their educational campaign on the dangers of trans fatty acids. And we also have with us Sabrina Glinton-Izinga, and she's going to tell us about her luxury Bahamas jewelry collection. But before we do all that, let's talk to Brother Godfrey Burnside again about the weather.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Mark, and good morning, Mohammed. Your second look at weather, sunrise to tropics. 12 more days to the end of the tropical cyclone season, and the tropics remain quiet, and tropical cyclone formation expected during the next 7 days. On the local scene, high pressure, the dominant feature, that's going to shift to the east by tomorrow. Make way for a cold front near late Wednesday night and Thursday morning. That'll bring along some showers and thunderstorms across the islands, particularly extreme northwest Bahamas, through Thursday, and then move into the central Bahamas late Thursday into Friday. Cooler temperatures behind that system. In the marine forecast today, winds northeast to east at 15 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet, all the islands. On Tuesday, easterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet, all the islands. Then on Wednesday, those winds southeast to south at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet in northwest and central Bahamas. East to southeast at 15 knots, sea 3 to 5 feet, over the southeastern islands. Yeah, tides. You can expect a high tide at 9:16 this morning. Your next low tide will be 3:49 this afternoon. High gain tonight at 9:38. Sunset 5:19 this evening, rising at 6:30. UV index 7. Your water temperature 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and your moon phase full moon. Extended look. Cold front moves in late Wednesday into Thursday. That's going to cause increasing cloudiness, showers, and thunderstorms, particularly Grand Bahama, Abaco on Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. Across New Province by Thursday morning into the early afternoon hours. And then behind that, we have high pressure building with some windy conditions, but we also will have some cooler temperatures. Those temperature ahead, mid to upper 80s at daytime, the lower 70s at nighttime. After that front passes, we're looking at upper 70s to lower 80s at daytime, and the mid 60s, upper 60s at nighttime. That puts a wrap in your final look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. The Izinga Bahamas collection by artist and designer Sabrina Glinton-Izinga is a vibrant celebration of Bahamian culture, and she joins us now to tell us all about it. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure having you here. We're talking about fashion, talking about jewelry, talking about being an artist and a designer. So what inspired you to create the Izinga Bahamas collection?
The Izinga Bahamas collection was inspired by developing and creating something that reflects the Bahamian culture and the Bahamian landscape.
So tell us a little bit about the collection and how it celebrates the Bahamian landscape and culture.
Okay. I have designed bangles and bracelets, and the bangle and bracelets, if you look, the plate itself, the whole inspiration of the bangles takes me back to when, as a child, my father taking me to John Canoe, and during the years when persons actually carried their carbells on either chains or ropes. So the bangle itself is designed from using the rope. The bracelet itself is a deep study of the chains that was used during that time. Also, I have created the bangles and bracelet using our landscape, showing the various textures. You have some that have the smooth textures, some that have the hammered textures reflecting our sun, sand, and sea, and also our beautiful waters.
Fantastic. When people wear your jewelry, when they wear your pieces, how do you want them to feel?
These pieces are pieces that are a tribute to our ancestors, a tribute to our people, honoring them. So as Bahamians, this is something I would like to have on the world stage that represents, as you know, we have visitors daily, and we have our sun, sand, and sea, we have our Junknu. This is to create something tangible that we can have for years, that we can feel proud of, and also visitors can be very proud of.
As an artist and a designer, give us a little peek into your process. How do you approach a new collection, a new piece, and how do you bring it to life?
Well, for the bangles and bracelet, studying, I'm a very strong advocate of cultural heritage. And when I was creating these, I said, what is it that resonates with us as Bahamian, where we show passion, where we show strength? And with that, it goes back to the Junknu culture. I've been involved in Junknu in primary school and high school, going to group meetings, and to see how they transform even in the morning as you walk, you know, sleepy eyes walking towards Bay Street, as soon as you hear that drum beat and you hear that music, it's like something just running through your veins of strength and passion. And it is this that I was trying to incorporate into art piece that can live on for years to come.
Yeah, and when persons put on your pieces, they're transformed.
Yes,
They're
you know,
right?
exactly, you know, and this, they can say, this is who we are. You have other cultures, you know, that represents things that represent them, and this is something that Bahamians can say, I am proud. I am of someone, you know, of someone of the Bahamas.
Right. So when I'm rocking my piece, I'm saying, this is the most Bahamian thing I can wear, and I am embodying the spirit, the culture, and the passion
Yes.
of the Bahamas. How can people find your pieces? If I wanted to, you know, if I want to buy one and get some for my wife, how do I find it?
We have a website, the Izinga Bahamas website, izingabahamas.com, where there's contact numbers and emails where persons can email and send in or make phone calls, and these pieces can be personally delivered.
There you go, personally delivered, ready to transform the wearer. And it's the time of year now. It's the gift-giving time of year. So if you were to recommend to our viewers when they look at your pieces, how should they approach purchasing a piece, you know, singularly as a set, you know, buy the whole website, but when they come to purchase, how should they approach looking at your pieces?
There are 3 collections that I'm presenting on the 22nd of November. And the 3, we have heritage, inheritance, and soul. So it all depends on what you connect with. Inheritance is a reflection of our sun, and sand. You know, you have the soft, you know, powdered texture on those, and then you have the radiant one with more shine and glistening, which is a reflection of our sea. And then you have the soul collection. I'm keeping that one a secret because, you know, 1 or 2 who have seen it, and me and myself, it's something that really grabs, but all of them are, you know, persons who have not seen, but my team who's working with me, I have a great team, marketing team and planning team that's working, because I mean, there is an event, but of course, special invitation for that particular event.
So we'll look out for the special invitations to get handed out. But for those who want to find your pieces again, tell us how they can find them and purchase them.
The Izinga Bahamas website at izingabahamas.com.
izingabahamas.com. Get all your pieces from head to toe. Transform yourself into the beauty, the culture, and passion of the Bahamas, coming straight from the craftsmanship that you present. And before we go, anything else you want to say to our viewers about your pieces and your collection?
I would hope that people accept this. I've said this was not about me. I was telling my team I wanted to be in the background, but I realized that this is something that's deep-rooted. I have to tell the story behind the pieces themselves. And for years, I've always wanted, from the beginning of art, wanted to create something that is Bahamian on our world stage. Like I said, we have the various brands, Cartier, David Yurman, and this is something that Bahamians can say, now we are there. You know, I come to the Bahamas, this is what we have to offer, our brand, the Izinga Bahamas brand.
Yeah, but we reach.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you again for being on the show this morning. Looking forward to seeing everybody rock the Izinga Bahamas collection for the Christmas and into the new year, and just continue success to you, your brand, your artistry, and just your passion. Thank you again.
Thank you too.
Thanks for being here this morning. You're watching Moms at Sunrise. Get yourself pretty, get some nice jewelry for the Christmas season, and make sure to check out Izinga Bahamas collection. You'll be right back.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right into the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
The 2024 Long Island Business Outlook.
As someone who was born and raised here, I am very, very excited for the new growth opportunities that are coming to the island, and hopefully many of us who haven't been able to thus far can return home.
Find out about groundbreaking and current projects and how you will benefit. Connect with business leaders and influencers and move your business forward. Register now, tclevents.com. Secure your spot today.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The Euro device is very affordable. It allows you to increase your internet connectivity. You are able to do away with the buffering, say goodbye to the dead spots. It gives them a much more stable connection. Their customers are able to view their digital menus. The establishment is able to stream. It allows for everyone, the customers and the business operators, to have a much more robust and stable internet connectivity.
Man, I thought retirement would have slowed you down.
It's the island life, son. Living in paradise.
Must be nice. Can't wait until it's my turn, if that day ever comes.
My financial planner has provided me with solutions for my future. Pension, retirement, and even property management.
So who helped you with all this?
Let's go, son. 2 more miles.
What's Leno?
Welcome back. The Healthy Bahamas Coalition, operating under the Ministry of Health and Wellness, is currently engaged in an educational campaign to raise awareness about the dangers of trans fats, their health risks, and the need for government action to ban them. Joining me now are Kaj Archer. She is a Health Education and Promotion Officer with the Healthy Bahamas Coalition. And we have Adria Davis. She is a cohort coordinator with the Healthy Bahamas Coalition with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
We're trying to be healthy going into this winter season, so let's jump right in. Why is it important to educate people about trans fats? Who's going to take that?
Who's going to take it away?
So trans fats, or industrially produced trans fats, are harmful compounds that are found in a number of our foods. So your fried foods, your baked goods, and they actually have a negative impact on your health.
So they can lead to a number of health complications, coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, chronic inflammation. These are just a few of the potential health impacts from consuming excess trans fatty acids.
They don't seem to have a bad impact on my taste buds, though. They taste so good going down.
No, and that's the thing,
Right.
because TFAs are typically used to increase the taste of some foods
Right.
and also to preserve them, but they have no benefit for our health.
Why are the things that taste good not good for you, right? So what health risks, again, are linked to consuming trans fats?
So that would be type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, high blood pressure, different things like that. So at the Healthy Bahamas Coalition, we are the National NCD Commission, which is Non-Communicable Disease Commission. So that would consist of alcoholism, cancer awareness, diabetes awareness. So we really want to advocate for more policies and more community outreach initiatives for us to speak to the people and tell them you can have a healthier lifestyle.
But why is this important? We're just trying to eat food and feel good about ourselves. Why y'all gotta tell me what I gotta eat?
Well, so that you can live a healthier, longer lasting life. If you eat these different foods or these different fats, your life can be impacted in a negative way. And we just want people to be out there living a healthier life.
That's good. And why is this important to the government? Why is it important we have healthy citizens? Who cares, right?
Well, it's absolutely important because, as we would have mentioned, TFAs can lead to a number of health risks. And in 2022, CARICOM member states agreed to eliminate trans fatty acids from the national food supplies by December 31st, 2025. And to date, this has not yet been done. A number of countries are working at the highest levels to get it done, but so far no country has enacted best practice policies to eliminate industrially produced trans fats.
So lay out the roadmap for me and how we as a nation can eat healthier. How are we really gonna make a difference to the everyday citizen?
Right, so there are a number of things you can do. So ITFAs, industrially produced trans fats, are usually formed when you heat vegetable oils, when you cook them or fry them at very high temperatures. And so what you can do is use healthier alternatives. Instead of shortening or margarine, you can use things like sunflower oil, you can use canola oil, you can use peanut oil, corn oil. So those are some better alternatives than using your hard margarines and your shortening, which could contain a lot of ITFAs.
All right, so we got that. I can switch out some of those oils. Any other switcheroos I need to do and that can help me live a healthier life?
So we really want to emphasize grilling food, steaming food, boiling food, baking, those things rather than frying because, Bahamians, we love our fried food.
Oh, yeah.
Fried fish, fried chicken, fried pork chop, everything fried.
Fried macaroni!
If you could, you would.
Yeah, right.
So we just really want to emphasize that you can take those alternatives when cooking. You don't necessarily have to do a big switcheroo when it's time for you to cook your food. You could eat the same thing, but just in a healthier way.
So where do I start? If I am recognizing that, okay, my house, my family, or just me, I need to eat differently, where do I start? What's step number one?
Well, you can start by looking at your food package labels when you go to the food store.
Who does that?
Well, we should all start doing it. We should all do it.
I gotta read in the supermarket too? I spend money? Jeez.
It's absolutely important to know what you are consuming, what your family is consuming. So it's important to, when you look on the back of the packaging on the food label, you wanna look for trans fatty acids and partially hydrogenated oils. And you do not want to consume more than 2.2 grams of trans fatty acids for a 2,000 calorie diet. So when you're choosing your products, you want to make sure that you look at the back of the food package label. I know it's a bit of reading, but it's important to know what you're consuming.
And that's being an informed consumer. And even if you read the package and then still put it in your cart, at least you know what you're consuming, right? How can people find out more information about eating healthy and the work you guys are doing?
So you can visit our Facebook page. We are Healthy Bahamas Coalition. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok.
All right, Instagram and TikTok, Healthy Bahamas Coalition, helping the Bahamas get healthier one plate at a time. We'd like to thank you both for being here on Bahamas at Sunrise. Anything you want to say before we go? Anything to our viewers?
Stay healthy and read your food package labels.
Read it in the supermarket, everybody. You'll be fine. Thanks again for being here on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching us on Bahamas at Sunrise. Remember to read your labels in the supermarket. We'll be right back.
The 2024 Long Island Business Outlook.
As someone who was born and raised here, I am very, very excited for the new growth opportunities that are coming to the island, and hopefully many of us who haven't been able to thus far can return home.
Find out about groundbreaking and current projects and how you will benefit. Connect with business leaders and influencers and move your business forward. Register now, tclevents.com. Secure your spot today.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Hi, Kevin. How can I help you?
Is it true this institution isn't doing too well? Should I move my money since I have a business and personal savings account?
Don't worry about the gossip. Banks are regulated, so the chances of this institution failing is slim, and your deposit accounts are protected. We are members of the Deposit Insurance Corporation, so your deposits are protected up to a maximum of $50,000.
What if I have more? My business account has a little over $100,000 in it. Will I get my remaining funds if the bank fails?
Yes, through the process of liquidation, which is when the bank's assets are sold over time to repay its creditors, like yourself.
Well, I learned something new today.
My advice is to diversify your financial portfolio across different account types, different member banks, and credit unions. Help us to protect you by protecting yourself.
To learn more, visit our website, dic.bs, for more information.
That's going to do it for us today on Bahamas at Sunrise. We hope that you enjoyed your time with us this morning, kicking off this brand new week, dead early on a marvelous Monday. Remember, as you travel throughout the week, be gracious to everyone around you. You don't know what we carry in, man. Everybody got something that they carry in. So just be gracious, be kind, be patient. Think twice, take a deep breath, and just make sure to love yourself. Love yourself, mom. You only got this one little life to live, and you want to make sure that when you're done, that you lived it to the fullest. Spread love, happiness, and kindness wherever you go, and we will see you on Friday. Have yourself a wonderful week, everybody. Stay safe. See you soon.